Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to the video. Today we're going to start on the SH Figuarts Kamen Rider Buster Genbu Shinwa. Yeah. It's another video where all the words are made up and nothing really matters. Um, nah, I just like saying that because I've been watching a lot of Who's Line Is It anyway. But the point that I'm making is, yeah, Genbu Shinwa is dope. Like, let me just adjust over just a little bit, fix the camera. And it's cool because we have like this bulkier body. It's slightly bulkier than our normal bodies that you would get. But more importantly, it's like, I like the different body types that they're now aiming towards and really geared towards that. And I really like the way Buster came out. I've already added and extended his neck peg, just to let you know. So I've already extended his neck peg with an SHF upgrade peg. So he has a bit of a better articulation in the neck. Just to give you some disclosure. So as you can see, he can look up a little bit better. Looking down, it can tuck actually all the way into now because of that neck joint tucking in. That neck joint giving that a little bit of extension. We can look left and right. It's just really good. This is really, really good. But yeah, as far as our shoulder pads, it's different for Buster. Normally it would be on the arms and fold over. His are actually attached to his actual chest armor. And they rotate up. They can rotate inward and a little bit outward. Not a whole lot, but just a little bit. We have our slightly bulkier arms, which will extend out just a little bit. And the thing about this is you won't get that really good butterfly joint. But they've creviced the armor inward. So that way you can rotate just a little bit further in to dual wield your weapon. Well, not dual wield, but two-handed hold your two-handed sword. We can still lift our arm up and get that joint. Oh, wait, is it? Oh, yeah. Sorry, I didn't tuck in properly. We can hit our T-joint. We have a very nice tilt side to side. And we can rotate around. We don't have a really good forward ab crunch, but it's decent enough that way you can manipulate it for this character. We have our belt, which will move around. These are actually tucked underneath into the wedge of the body, not actually on the belt. So you can rotate your belt just a little bit. On the backhand side, we have our Wonder Ride book holders. I've already adjusted the back piece. I'll talk about that in a second. Here we have our drop down technique. And mine is still a little tight, but as you can see, it leaves a little bit of leeway and space in the area, allowing you to rotate forward, getting you that nice double jointed knee. Because of its bulkiness, it doesn't fold all the way in, but it does have a nice little bit to it. Now, you want to be careful here, so that way you don't have it rub up too much. So I would rotate outward because you have your thigh swivel still, which will allow you to get most of your articulation, but you want to use that to your advantage when using his articulation, right? Because as you can see here, we can hit a very nice stance, even with his bigger, bulkier size, which I like. He won't have that same traditional articulation, but it is enough so that way he does look good and function really well. One thing I forgot to talk about is going to be the arms. We also still have bicep swivel, as you can see here, and we are still double jointed. But because of his bigger, bulky armor, it's going to meet basically like an L shape. So you have to be careful when posing this guy up because it's just a little bit bulkier than usual. Now, the one thing that's kind of getting me is that he has what I call gim feet, where even though it's flat here, it'll trick you because there's a rising ridge here. Oh, sorry. I didn't realize I was a little bit off camera. So yeah, we have that gim feet. So as you can see, it's flat there, but you have that rising part in front. So with your toe pivot, you're going to need to be careful not to pivot on what you see here, but what you actually can feel underneath the foot. So you want to be careful there. We have a not so decent ankle pivot. You're going to really need to be careful there. As you can see, I popped out a little piece there, so you got to be careful. And that was right over here. That's probably me getting a little bit too anxious, but it can plug right back in. It's on a tab piece, so you can tab those pieces right back in, as you can see there. So if those are going to repaint, you already know what you're going to do, right? So as you can see here, you have your very nice articulation movement, folded up really well. Now, what's really cool about his is that he can actually hold his Buster blade on his back. I already shifted that piece in to talk about it because this is actually my second time reviewing this. I had to scrap the review because my video was corrupted, which I'm a little bummed out about. So it's why it's taken a while to like put it back. But yeah. So on our back piece, which is already plugged in, you have the big Buster blade. To put this and store this on the back, you're actually going to remove the Wonder Ride book right here, which I have to get a sticker set should SHF upgrade get one and do one. And you're going to tab it in on this actual tab piece. So once you've tabbed it on now, as you can see, You can rotate it just a little bit to have a little bit of a better angle. Like I said, he can hold up the weight to it most of the time. You're gonna need to be careful with those Genbu feet, like I said. But yeah, look at that. This looks really, really good. I really like this. So now that we've covered the Buster Sword, let's cover the other accessories. He doesn't come with a lot, but he does come with what he does and naturally come with. The only thing he'd probably be missing is like the Hansel and Gretel arm attachment, but it's not that big. You'll have a swappable piece here for when you don't want to storage the sword in the back and you want to just have that back piece. You'll also get 2 open, relaxed hands that you'll see here. And then you'll actually have your Buster Sword holding hands. But yeah, one thing I want to do is I want to actually test out, because I've never done it on camera, but I'm going to do it on camera with you guys. We're going to test out those Buster Sword holding hands. I know they can hold it. That's not the issue. Is some people don't know how to make it hold in his arms. So let's go over that. All right? We have those hands on there now. We're going to pop these bad boys off, and I'm going to try to help you guys with that. Should you get one and you don't know what the hell you're doing, because it's good to be a little helpful, right? I don't want to do everything for you, but I do want to help you. That's the whole point of this. So as you can see here, I'm going to rotate it in. We have that ball joint for the SHF. We're going to rotate this hand outward. And this is where it would match up, right? But because I've already put it in the wrong way, let's actually fold this out. Let's rotate the arm downward, right? And get this hand to rotate around. Now it's not roping around the trigger finger, but on camera, I'm pretty sure we can make this happen. Yep. So it looks like what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna rotate this a certain way, and I have to rotate that hand around, but it looks like the hands can actually meet. So that's not the issue. At least you won't have that to worry about. I always get nervous about doing this kind of stuff on camera, making me look crazy, but I'll make it work for photos when I have the time. So in the meantime, I'm gonna take a quick pause, and then we're going to actually jump into size comparisons. I'll see you guys in a second. All right, guys, now we're gonna jump into size comparison. We'll actually compare to some Saber stuff first. So here we are. Ooh, did I drop his Wonder Ride book? I did, so we'll get that later. But here we are with Kamen Rider Saber, right? And then here we are with Kamen Rider Blades, Lion Senki. And I like that Buster is not bigger than them, but also like he's wider than them. So it shows you that different shapes do make a difference, especially when you're trying to map these guys out. I think the Saber stuff looks really fantastic in toy form, for real. So let's move these guys out of the way. Next, we're gonna compare to Jao Dragon, which I also have to finish his review. I'm actually waiting for my second one to come in so I can show you one with and without the custom cape, because I don't want to take it off and on. So that's with Jao Dragon. Next, we're gonna do X Swordsman, who I love that he's based off of comic book characters, because he got that Kirby Crackle kick. So yeah, look at this. This looks really good, these guys. The Saber stuff has been phenomenal. I mean, I really like the Saber stuff. So now we can show what it looks like next to another type of SHF. Here is SHF Kamen Rider Kuga. And Kuga's gonna look tiny compared to Buster, because the Saber stuff actually is a slightly different scale, right? So as you can see, Kuga looks tiny compared to Buster. And that's pretty crazy. Didn't see that coming. Let's put them up next to some Lightning Collection. So here's the Lightning Collection Phantom Ranger. And it's cool because like the Saber stuff is a little bit bigger. So they scale a little bit better, with the Lightning Collection. But with some force perspective, you can't really go wrong with this kind of stuff, right? Next up, let's do a Marvel Legends. So let's do Marvel Legends Falcon, who I just finished also reviewing on his same display. All right, let's fix his feet. So here we are with Marvel Legends Falcon. And as you can see, like I said, scales a lot better. Here we are with G.I. Joe Snake Eyes. Looking really good. Here we are with a Mezco Blade. Right? And then we'll do a Mythic Legions. Excuse me. Right? Oh, last but not least, Evil Sensei Itami from articulated icons. So yeah, looking really good. I think that the Saber stuff has been phenomenal. I've thoroughly enjoyed the toys. He doesn't have any of the back pieces on the hand, so I gotta worry about swapping those, which makes him even more fun for me because that means more time for posing. So I hope that you guys enjoy the photos at the end. Hope that you guys are having a happy new year. Hope that everybody is well and doing well. And for real, take care of yourself. Please, be good, do good, drink your water, guys.